So I've gotten questions about our masonry heater. Um, how we like it, how it was built, stuff like that. So I'll give you a quick tour. So this, on this side is the main firebox. It goes down there. There's a hearth down there, and then the main firebox. And this is all field stone that came out of our fields. Inside, there is a fire brick. So if you come down, the doors have gotten beat up over the years. We're gonna make some new ones, but yeah, the fire brick in there, and then we do a main fire in here, and we haven't done one yet this year. I know that sounds crazy, but the doors, the doors are really beat up, and it's they're warped, and it keeps cracking the glass here. So, it doesn't suck the air right, so it doesn't burn great, and it takes a lot of labor. To be honest, I haven't had a ton of extra wood because this eats a lot of wood. So, but when we run it, we do 2 fires a day, and depending on the temperature, we'll do a half or a full or a 3/4. When you start it in the fall, you have to do like I don't know, like a third or a quarter of a fire for a few days to get it to temperature, because what happens is it heats up in there. So I don't know, you probably can't see because I'm doing a fire on the other side, but there's a funnel that comes up through here. So you do a fire down there, and then it comes out the middle here, and then I'll show you on the other side. There's a brick, an arch in there, and the fire rolls, and then there's 2 chambers. There's one on this side that goes all the way down, and then there's one over here that goes all the way down inside there. So the fire will burn in here. It rolls up, and then it rolls up and down each side, right? So the bigger the fire, the more it rolls, and then it burns everything. So you'll only see smoke out the chimney for just a little while, and then it'll burn everything all the way down through because it gets so hot. And then down at the bottom, there's a chamber that goes all the way around. It actually goes, in front of here, in front of the firebox, down below. It's inside there. It's like a little tunnel, and then it comes up here, and it rolls out the chimney and up. So by the time it gets to go out the chimney, it's like burned all the gases and everything. So there's really nothing coming out. There's no smoke that comes out. It burns everything. It's pretty cool. And then what happens at the end of the fire is we shut this down, right? That's your flue going out to the chimney. We shut that down. It's just a steel door. And we shut the vent down on the other side, and it just radiates the heat. So, like, and each rock has different densities. So more porous rocks are going to be hotter than the coarse rocks. But the coarse rocks, the more dense rocks, hold the heat longer. So it's pretty cool. So when you come in from outside, you can, like, I have certain rocks that I come and touch immediately, like this one right here. When my hands are cold, I touch this one immediately because it's more porous, and it gets super hot. Well, not super hot, but pretty hot. And when we're running it full speed, 2 fires a day, 2 full fires a day, like, it's hot enough that you can't hold your hand here on this one. Like, you can set your hand on the other one, but if you do a fire too fast and heat it up too quickly, it cracks, and these cracks get bigger each time. And then as it cools, they contract. So this is the bread oven, which I'm doing a fire in today because it's so cold in here, and I've gotten more wood. But this is the bread oven, right? So when you have a fire on the main side, you take these bricks out in the middle. Here, there's 2 bricks, and that opens up a channel, and then in here you see that hole, right? That's where the fire goes up and out. So then that's what I was saying. There's a wedge in there that as the fire burns, it rolls in here. Trying to do this. It rolls in here, and then it goes up there, and then it rolls down each side of that wedge down these chambers. And you can see there's a clean out on the bottom. Boy, I'm not good at this. On each side, so that's where those tunnels are. And then down the bottom is the main clean out, and that's your air intake for your firebox on the other side. This one is just gets air from right here. You crack the door, and it gets the air from there. So like when we're cooking pizzas, we'll just do a fire in here. Unless we have it going, then we'll do a big fire in the bottom and let it cool just a little bit because it gets super hot in here. We burned pizzas before. But because it's really cold in here today. It's minus digits outside. And like I said, I've been struggling getting wood up this winter. But I got a bunch of it up now, and I'm going out actually to split some more. So we'll start running this one more too. But we have another fireplace, wood fireplace that we do. Just a regular old, which is actually pretty cool. It was my wife's grandfather's stove. And we put it in here. It was just sitting in their shed over there. So we pulled it out and we put it in here, and it was made in 1892 in Rochester, New York, which is right near us. So that was really cool. And I still got the Christmas wreath up, so don't judge. But yeah, so that's a quick tour of the masonry heater. We love it. It just takes a lot of maintenance. Like it takes a lot. You got to do a fire in the morning and a fire at night to keep it up to temperature. But then it'll heat most of the house. Like it just radiates the heat all day long. Which, if you're not moving in here, like if there's not people in here, like when we get home from work or school, it's warm in here. But as you get people moving and airflow, through here, like it starts pushing the heat around, and it keeps the house pretty good, especially with the other fireplace once we get that going. And we have a little gas heater in the front there. So, it's better than paying $400 or $500 in a gas bill every month to heat the house. So, with that, I hope you enjoyed the little tour of the masonry wood heater. We put it in probably, my oldest is 21, so we probably put it in 16 years ago. And like I said, the other doors have just gotten beat up because we got it super hot and they just warped. So we're trying to make some new doors so it runs more efficient. But with that, I'll talk to you on the next one. Get to know Farmer.